guys, it's the girl with wings here today, and welcome to another video. Also, I'm really sorry for not posting on time. It's been really busy lately, so yeah, sorry about that. So today I thought I would do something kind of different because I was trying to figure out what kind of video to do, and I thought about why not try doing the Myers-Briggs personality test. A few friends had suggested it to me earlier last year. I had taken it already, but I thought it'd be fun to redo it again. I want to see if I get the same one. I won't say till afterwards which one I actually got. So, let's get started. Also, what the Myers-Briggs personality test is, it's just where you answer a bunch of questions, and it is supposed to be super accurate, and actually what I got before was really accurate. So, yeah, it just tells you more about yourself, and I don't always believe a lot of quizzes I take, I just take them for fun. But this one actually was very accurate in a lot of ways. So we'll see what happens this time. And I'll explain some of my answers. So the website I'm going to be using is 16personalities.com. It says it should take less than 12 minutes, but that all depends on how long you take to answer the questions. Answer honestly if you don't like the answer, and complete it all. Do not leave any, or try not to leave any neutral answers. So, you enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. I don't know. I don't dislike a lot of, okay, this is kind of hard. I like being around people, I do. So, we're gonna go with that. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Yes. It's like, yeah, I do. I'm a daydreamer, big time. You know, trips or fun events coming up, you know, a lot of fun stuff like that. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. Very much so, actually. No, I'll go with that one. Because we have a list of stuff that we want to do, but we don't always get to it all. We do have some planned stuff, but most of the time we don't. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Oh yes, all the time. This happens so much to me. And it's like really small and stupid stuff too. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. Yeah, I'd say so. People can rarely upset you. Ooh, that's a hard one. I don't really get, it depends on the person. Like, I can get really upset sometimes, but I don't know, I'm going with neutral. Yeah, neutral. It depends on who and what. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. I do. I'm really bad at talking and starting conversations, which I feel really bad about, and it's not that I don't want to talk, it's that I have problems finding stuff to say, and yeah, so if I don't talk, that's why. It's mostly because I'm trying to think of something to say. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. Depends on what it is. If it's important, yeah. If it's not, who cares? I'm gonna go with that. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. Disagree. I do. I worry too much. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Not really. So, yeah, I can spend a lot of time alone and be fine. You're more detail-oriented than a big picture person. I'd say kind of. You're affectionate with people you care about. That's kind of hard. I feel like I want to say yes, but yet at the same time I also feel like I'm not great at expressing it. So, like, I don't know. Neutral, like that. Yeah, I'm going neutral. You have a careful and I can't talk today. Approach to life. Yes. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. I definitely am. I'm one of those people where I worry a lot. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. Yep. I'm very introverted. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. I don't know. Maybe disagree a little bit. When you're looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. Yup. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Probably not. I don't feel like I'm great under pressure. I feel like I'm one of those people who stresses like I'm not great with that. Also, sorry for the buzzing if the camera is making sounds. I have it propped up a little so you can actually see me while I'm doing this. And oof, I know that's driving me crazy. Ooh, that sounds a lot better. Sorry. No, I'm not great under pressure. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Disagree so hard. It takes me a long time to actually jump into conversations with people I don't know. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Yes, I think that's with everybody though. My dreams get weird. It's just random stuff. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead of life. Definitely disagree on that. It is not. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. I am a very determined person, very ambitious, and yeah, probably way overly ambitious. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, and your knowledge. Yes. I doubt myself whether I make a mistake or an accomplishment, so. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to ones you already know. That's me in a nutshell. I don't really talk to new people, which isn't that great, but yeah. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. No, I can talk about that stuff. I am okay with that. You will never let yourself cry in front of others. Yes, I don't cry. No, I don't usually cry as it is. I don't know. I'm somewhat of a very unemotional person, yet at the same time I'm also not. I'm physically unemotional. Most of the time I look like this. But I promise I'm nice. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet, intimate ones. That's not true. I like, honestly, if it's talking about like if I prefer a city or something quieter, I don't mind cities, but I like more quiet and intimate ones. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Yes. I like thinking about different possibilities that the future could hold. And I do think about that. When it comes to like making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. I'd say I'm both. Probably more my head than my heart. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to study something you cannot see, touch, or experience. Disagree. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Disagree. I'm okay. I like forgiving. I mean, I don't. Yeah. You often make decisions on a whim. Not. It depends on the decision. Whim decisions are sometimes hard, so I'm gonna go with the time you spend by yourself ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. I'm gonna maybe disagree with that because the people I usually spend time with is very interesting and exciting. But yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or message of a song or movie. Yeah, I do. I try to think of different angles of stuff. You always know exactly what you want, disagree. I am a very undecisive person. I am very, very undecisive, and I know it annoys my parents a lot. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently, disagree. I do think about that sometimes. It's just random stuff too. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Agree. I don't like being in a lot like big crowded places. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Disagree. I spend a lot of time thinking about that. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. That's also a disagree. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Yeah, sometimes before even starting the project, I'll think about that because I do that. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. I don't know. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I feel like we've covered this. I don't do well at conversations. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. I feel like we also covered this. Yes. You look after yourself first and others come in second. I'm going to go with disagree. Even when you have planned okay. So backtrack on the last one, I didn't talk about it. I do like trying to think of other people. Obviously not all the time it happens. I get carried away sometimes, but I do like to try to make sure other people are happy, and that's why sometimes I'm indecisive, because I want to make sure the other person is cool with what I'm doing. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. No. Your mood can change very quickly. Yeah, it does. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Whoa, that was deep. No, not really. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. I don't do this whatsoever. I should, but I don't. You have got detailed education or career developments plans stretching several years into the future. Yes, I do. I have 5 different possible routes of how my life could go. So, you rarely dwell on your own regrets. Disagree. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around it quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Disagree on that one too. I don't necessarily feel drained. I don't, actually. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. I'm gonna disagree on that too. Well, I don't know. I like the multiple futures thing. I think about it, but then I also kind of bring myself back to pace on what's probably actually going to happen in my mind. I don't know. I got 2 voices up here going like... You find it easy to emphasize with a person who has gone through something you never have. I want to say this, but... Yeah. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I'm gonna go with disagree. It depends on what I'm doing. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I'm honestly not sure. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is what you need. Sure, why not? You frequently find yourself wondering about technological advancement could change everyday life. I don't think about this at all. At all. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. I want to say maybe both. I don't know. I feel like I do, but yet at the same time, it's not like, I don't know. You honor the commitments you've made, even if you have a change of heart. I try to. It doesn't always work that way, where sometimes it does get the better of me, but I do try to make the commitments that I have made. You rarely feel insecure, just agree. Ooh, it's the moment. Oh, hey, I got it again. Yeah, this is what I got last time. An advocate, an INFJT. So I'll go through what that means. So, the mind part, this trait determines how we interact with our environment. And I'm more introverted, which covers the I portion under the advocate thing. I am so introverted. Energy, this trait shows where we direct our mental energy. And I'm more intuitive, which stands for the N. Nature, this trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. I'm more feeling. That stands for the F. Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Judging. That stands for the J. And identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decision. I'm more turbulent, which stands for the T. So I'll go through and start reading this stuff now.